Hey everyone, and welcome to our very first live Northern Consultations over here on the Schmoes of the North YouTube channel. I am your friendly neighborhood soda, and as usual, I am joined by, well, today my provincial rival, Daniel from Ontario. How are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, it's great that we're wearing the two Ontario jerseys. Neither of us is from there. Dave, from Ontario, not a fan of either of these teams. We must be making him real proud right now.
Yeah, it's Detroit. Not sure why.
Yeah, today we've got a great guest.
Yes, we do.
Someone who's been taking the whole kind of Schmoedown atmosphere by storm just from a name. And that name is The Rager. And we needed to be one of the first couple of people to get him on our show, because if there's anything that Canada understands about their neighbors down to the south, it's the ones that know how to party.
Damn rights. Basically, the way Robin Williams described it is like we're the apartment above a great meth party. And so let's bring him on. Might as well. Like, I mean, let's not bury the lead here. Let's bring on none other than the Rager, Rick Raddus. Oh boy, how are you doing, Rager?
O's of the North. It's so great to be here. How you doing, friends? How you doing?
I'm doing good, and I'm ready for a wild ride.
You ready to rage, baby?
Yeah, that was also in tune. Like, kudos to that.
Yeah.
I'm a very cultured man. A lot of people see me, think I'm ignorant or close-minded. I'm actually pretty well read. I'm pretty well cultured, if I do say so myself.
Oh, it's good to hear. I see you're pulling from the playbook of Jeff Snyder there with no shirt.
You know, I'd like to show a little taco meat. It's once been said. I like to hang loose. I like to relax. You know what I mean?
Mine looks like parsley sprigs.
Hey, a little cilantro, it is what it is. I like to hang loose. I like to have fun. Like you said, I like to rage, and I can't do that if I'm not comfortable, if I'm not in my zone, you know what I mean? So I don't dress up for anybody. No offense. Nothing against you guys. I don't dress up for anybody. To me, this is dressed up. This is a new robe. I got this collar. I got these. Look at this. I got these sleeves on it. This is the best I've ever looked. To be quite
know what they call things with that type of pattern, right? A Canadian tuxedo. So hey,
if you will. I'm just trying to hang out. I don't mean to pander. I don't mean to pander, but I'm just, I wanna when in Rome, as they say,
Yeah, or in this case, when in Ottawa.
That's right.
When in Montreal, topless strip clubs. It's
no doubt. Matter of fact, they got a little bit of this going
here. Oh my God!
I was
going to say one in Vancouver, weed, but that's just top.
Is it true that is this an unfair stereotype? I don't mean to be culturally insensitive.
I wouldn't necessarily say it's an unfair stereotype, but I mean, like, we do have maple syrup trees here, so
yeah, it's a little insulting that it's table and not maple. That's kind of where the more interesting part lies. Is
what type of
table syrup is like a different kind of tree, different kind of sap.
So you're saying this isn't real maple?
No, I'm asking, like, what is it? Just original? Oh, original light. Okay.
Light though. I mean,
Yeah, you've got a long night ahead of you. You gotta keep your pace, right?
Yeah, I've been real busy. Okay, got a lot going on, and I just gotta watch the figure, or the rope's I gotta have to tie it a little bit tighter. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, I definitely know what you mean right there. So Daniel,
take care of ourselves.
Damn right, Daniel. Do you have any questions for our esteemed guest?
Yes, I do. You are from the Really Trivia Showdown, as I've heard.
It's true, and I wasn't giving that away, so that's kind of a scoop on your part. You had to go out there and find it. You had to get out there.
Oh yeah.
Stick the shovel in the dirt and get the scoop out yourself, but you kind of got it. I've not been saying that, and it's true. Some clever folks have they've scrubbed the tapes from the internet. They've scrubbed it. So if anybody's trying to get the inside scoop, okay, trying to get if like a certain insider was like, I'm gonna look it up and I'm gonna get this guy's tape. Can't get it, but it's true. Really, Trivia Showdown is where I come from. Yes,
right on. So I want to put this up there. Yes. I'm a Canucks fan. I'm just doing this mostly to antagonize Daniel. So, yeah.
And I'll just have to say that, well, they are the best in Canada this year, and so we can't take that away from them, but they still suck. I hate the Leafs.
Yeah.
But as I was saying, like, I always do my homework on a competitor, and I have managed to track down the right sources, and I've seen your matches.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah.
That's a rare video. Did you go to the dark web for that, Daniel?
I did, actually. I've got some contacts in Uruguay where the laws are a little thinner, and they hooked me up with some ways in. And I watched, I believe, what was your first match, and I watched a championship match that you were in. And I will reveal no spoilers for the audience because I had to break several international laws to get this footage. So, like, do not follow me down this road.
Yeah, he was letting us know how it was going in the chat. It's like, dude, it's don't go too far. Once you go full in, you're lost.
Yeah, I believe the matches are still available on LimeWire. I think you can download them on LimeWire if you still got that. But otherwise, yeah, that YouTube, Vimeo, RedTube, whichever, they've been scrubbed.
Well, apparently not, because he was able to find something.
Except Daniel with the deep sources here. He's got the deep, dark scoops. Be careful around this guy.
Yeah, so I was looking through the matches. I've been really impressed with your performance, both from a play standpoint and a personality standpoint. We need both of these in this game. And honestly, watching those couple of matches, I thought we really have a tough competitor in front of us here.
Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. You know, it's a lot of people don't know how to intercept Rick Raddus, right? You know, don't know him, haven't seen him before. You know, maybe didn't navigate those fan leagues when it was still legal to do so. You know what I mean? So people don't really know what, you know, when they see the Rager, what does that mean? What are they getting? So I appreciate you putting out the good word, because at the end of the day, you know, I can talk, and I will, as long as people invite me to do so, as you kind souls have done. But until I get in there, until I start getting points, you know, people may not think they're going to give me the time of day. But I'm glad you putting out the good word. You know, you went down into the trenches and you found some gems. So I appreciate you doing that.
Yeah, he's definitely our deep diver. Now, how did someone like the Rager come across the movie trivia competitiveness space, whatever you want to call it?
Oh man, you know, it's hard to say. I believe I was on a retreat. I went sort of this island retreat, right? I didn't know the guy he was doing. He was weird, long hair, wearing robes. Don't trust the guy in robes, except these kind of robes. You know what I mean? You know, and I was just kind of cleansing my soul. I was just kind of getting right with myself, and you know, I would stay up. I didn't sleep for like 3 or 4 days, and you know, you just let the TV play, you let the YouTube play, and we landed on some movie trivia schmodown. I said, what is this? They talk about movies. They answer about movies. And they come at it loud. They come at it with fire, like me. I was like, this is something I can get into. This resonates with me on a spiritual level. Let me pursue this. And you know, when the time came, and they said, hey, we want to bring some fresh meat to this. We want to bring some hot fire to this. I said, this is it. Calling my shot. Grabbed the tape off the shelf, and I mailed it right to Christian Harloff himself. And the rest is history.
And how many times did you have to mail it to Christian Harloff?
Yeah, I've actually this is like the 15th copy, something like that. I had to record over my copy of the Blair Witch Project, and I had to send that in. And but he got it. He got it finally. And you know, once I got past security and all that, you know, he got it. So and then he gave me the call. You know, it was a great tape.
Very nice. Very nice. And I have seen your tape, and I must admit it's pretty good. I like what you do. I like what you do.
Thank you. I like what you do.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay, how did the Rager first get into movies? What was the first one that flipped the switch?
Movies, man. You know, I had kind of a tough upbringing. You know, my dad left the house one day. He said he's going to Blockbuster, rent a couple movies. I said, Dad, make sure you get the Nestle Bunch of Crunch so we can mix it up in the popcorn. And my dad never came home. I don't know where he went. He never came home. So I had to hit the road. Raised by a single mother, waiting tables. spent a lot of time sitting at the bar watching movies on the CRT TVs. I believe my first movie was Bad Lieutenant. That just kind of set the tone for the trajectory of the rest of my life. So after that, movies were all I had, going from town to town, had no friends, had no family, had nothing to believe in except the movies.
And apparently Harvey Keitel.
he goes whole hog in that.
Oh boy, does he ever.
Don't make me stand up. I might go whole hog in this.
Please don't get the video taken off.
Gotta go on the dark web to get a copy of this.
Oh, brother.
Don't worry, I found those tapes too, but I won't mention their existence.
Nah, they know. The people know.
Yeah. Daniel, what were you doing on RedTube?
Being a fan, doing my homework. What were you not doing there?
I appreciate the support, Daniel, in every avenue of my life.
So moving around and like kind of watching movies all over the place. Were you more of a collector or more of a theater watcher? Like you got to see the new show, or do you want that big collection of things to watch your favorite movies over and over again?
A little bit of everything. Now these days I'm blessed and much more fortunate to be able to secure my own movies without enduring any sort of emotional, spiritual scarring in the process, right? I can just go and watch them. I like to stay current. I want to go back. I want to see it all, but I like to stay current when those new releases come out. I can't be at the theater right now. I can't because even the Rager, as dirty as he gets, the Rager's got to follow all COVID-19 health safety protocols. It's got to be said. Got to wear your mask. So I'm not in the theaters. I don't know what you can see right now. What's in the theaters? Like Being Dead, the movie. I don't even know what they got playing in the theaters these days.
Well, right now, mostly it's Darkness in theaters.
Darkness and memories of what once was.
Yeah.
I know how that feels. I see that every night before I close my eyes. So yeah, no, I'm sitting at home. It's true. I watch the new releases. I watch it. I watch anything and everything. Obviously, I got my favorites and my preferences, but I'll watch a little bit of everything. And I like to stay current. Absolutely.
I was gonna say, don't give anything away to your potential future competitors.
No. Be very careful about these things.
Yes, sir. So, what is there a league in specific that the Rager wants to conquer? Or is it like I want to conquer them all, or is it more singles, like G?
Yeah, I mean, a long enough timeline, big enough picture. The Rager would like to get his hands messy in every division that he can. But right now, as I shoot my shot and enter the Schmodown for the very first time, that's right, Lewis. I'm going into singles, and I think that has a lot to do with the life that I've lived and the path that I've traveled, and that again, I've had to carve out my own destiny. Nobody was going to give the Rager anything, so we had to get out there and take it. And that's what I'm prepared to do in the Schmodown. That doesn't mean one day I wouldn't like to compete in teams, right? If there was another bad daddy out there who I thought could hang with Rick Raddus, of course I'd be willing to do that. Inner geekdom, right? If I could, is the Rager legally allowed across the border? I don't know what's on the other side of the border. Is it worth the risk? I'm not right now. No, because the Rager's from the States, and nobody wants our disgusting asses coming in and messing things up. So right now, I don't think the Rager can. But it depends. It depends on who's working at the border that day. You know what I mean? The Rager, but a couple people on the Rager are a couple favors, but depending on who's there,
we can put in some calls. But up here, we got a limited maple syrup and we got better beer.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think it's. I don't want to speak for you, but it's probably easier for you to get across our border than the southern one.
Yeah, and also I'm pretty fast. So if they don't want, they gotta catch me. I'm pretty fast. I don't wear pants. Those don't slow me down. So I'm pretty quick.
Okay, we got a question here from one of our fellow Schmoes of the North, Louis. Yes, who is your dream rival if you ever are blessed to have your own storyline?
Sure, and I've kind of been saying this, from show to show because so many great shows have been gracious enough to let the Ragers sit down and talk to them. You saw the audition tape, right? You got the scoop on that, so you heard it as well too. I would love to mix it up with Andrew Guy sometime. I think when it comes to showmanship, when I think it comes to the performance, not just the trivia aspect, which is important, but when it comes to when it really comes to putting in the work and really elevating things and making it a show worth watching. Andrew Guy is one of the top ones. I love what he brings to the table. I don't know where he's at right now, all things considered. I don't know what kind of condition he's in. I don't know what sort of Ludovico technique they're doing to kind of brainwash him over at Schmominati headquarters.
Fellow believer.
Yeah. I hope he's okay. And if he makes it out alive, that's a guy I would love to mix it up with. Absolutely, yes.
Yeah. So if anybody watching, all 7 of you right now, if you have any questions, feel free to send them in the comments and we'll ask them while we have them.
Yeah. Bring them in, baby.
Yeah. I've got a question going off of that a little bit. If we're going for your first match, I'm giving you one of 2 options. And really, I guess this would be posed to your manager, but I'm giving you the choice here.
Louis apparently wants a Rager versus Guy staring contest. Okay.
I haven't blinked one time since we started this, so...
I'll give you the choice of another 0-0 competitor, so a rookie in the game, or the chance to make a joke and play your first match being the Rager versus the Machine, or Rager against the Machine.
Rager against the Machine. Touche.
Oh my God, that's a good one, Daniel. You should be proud of that. 10 comedy points for you. Look. I would love to come in here and say I want to mix it up with the best and the baddest of them, right? I would love to say that, and deep down it's true. But I'm not going to come in here and set the bar amongst the stars and blast off and land in Wisconsin or something. You know what I mean? Like I would like to face somebody on an even playing field. I would like to show, a lot of us are getting brought into this the first time. Ideally, hypothetically, I'm pretty confident that I'm going to get there. A lot of us are going in here for the first time. I want to show everybody that of the new blood, of that new group, Rager's the one to watch. Rager's the one to take seriously. Rager is the one who's going to stick around. These other people, they might come in 1, 2, 3 matches, doesn't go their way. They go back to whatever they were doing before. Rager's here to stay. He's not playing around. I'm here to put on a show, and I'm here to be a new fixture of the movie Trivia Schmodown. So I would like to get it in there, and I'd like to prove who are the real ones. Because the Rager's a real one, and I would like to see who else deserves to be there. Truly, so yeah, I'd like to go against my fellow rookies. Absolutely,
right on. So my good friend Ben Rayner, his question: is there a dream faction for you?
I won't. We're still putting the feelers out, right?
Yeah, and a friend of the show, Matt Thomas, asks the same thing as well.
Yeah, factions fitting in. I won't necessarily go as far as to say dream faction because I don't want to scare anybody off. We're still in negotiations, right? The Rager would be happy to talk to anybody about potential factions right now, right? But as far as groups that I am interested in, groups I think I would fit in well. First one that comes to mind, if I'm being completely honest, is corruption. And a lot of that has to do with the way they do business, way they conduct themselves. Fact is, they're here to show up, kick ass, take names, no prisoners. They don't care if they hurt anybody's feelings in the process. And that resonates with me on an intrinsic spiritual level. Corruption appeals to me a lot. By the same token, Finstock Exchange. Fact of the matter is, the best of the best, each and every one of them goes through Finstock Exchange eventually, right? And I know things are tumultuous right now. Things are rocky. Who's going to stick around? Who's coming in? Who's still friends with each other? I don't know. I don't have the dirt on that. But if Rage is going to come in and say, hey, I'm going to be one of the greats, that'd be a great place to start.
Okay, so Lou's got another question. This one's a little personal, Lou. Will you ever appear without sunglasses, or you're part of the sunglasses squad forever?
Squad forever. Yeah.
I can tell it looks like they're practically glued to your face.
Yeah, this is actually kind of a birth defect, if I'm being honest. I get a little upset when people bring attention to it. You ever seen a little film by the name of X-Men? Yeah, you don't want to see what happens when you take these off. You don't want to see what happens when you take these off. Just things get weird and they get nasty. Where were we? Oh, groups. Yes, I was on Call to Action last night. I saw a lot of people in the chat saying they'd love to see what Rager and Kaiser can mix up together. They'd like to see Rager land in the dungeon. I think that sounds like a pretty beautiful idea. I'd love to see what that would look like as well.
Yeah, you two are definitely cut from the same cloth.
Yeah. I would love to see what that looks like. So by the same token, I would be thrilled. I would be overjoyed to be in discussions with any of those groups. And if you're not sure, check it out. Hit the Rager up, slide into those DMs, see what he's all about. Let's see what we can mix up together. Right on.
Daniel, you got any other questions?
Yeah. Here's a bit of a longer-winded one. Every faction is signing 3 people. And so the draft starts a little deeper than it started last year. Are you going to be upset if you're drafted in, say, the 4th round or below?
Here's the thing. I know what I'm capable of. I know what I'm bringing to the table. Not everybody knows that, and it's tough. It's tough being that big shark in a small pond, leaping through the ocean for the first time. It's tough to know that people are not going to look at you how you used to. I know deep down that I should be up there towards the top of the list. I know deep down. Am I gonna be sad if I'm not? No. It's the most realistic. Do I think I deserve to be higher? Yes. Now, when paired up against my fellow rookies, that's the thing. If I'm seeing other rookies coming in for the Rager, I'm gonna take that personally. All right. Like I said, I'm here to stay. I'm not here to. I'm gonna have a little fun and then go back to whatever the hell I was doing before. I'm here to stay, and I'm here to get points. And I'm here to put on a show, and I'm here to add an extra flavor to this that people haven't experienced before. I don't know if the other rookies are going to be bringing that. I know people are all excited about Paul Walter Hauser, right? Big deal. Big deal, real jewel of a guy, if you will. And so am I going to be mad if he gets picked first, right? Is it reasonable for me to be mad about it? Probably not. But if I'm seeing other rookies, if I'm seeing people passing on Rager, I'm going to take it a little personally, and I'll sure you people are going to hear about it.
All right, so Lou's got another question. If ever you could be a fly on the wall for one of the past matches to be able to study one of your competitors, which one would it be? Lou, work on your spelling.
Great question. That's a great question. Anything with Ben Bateman.
Oh, yeah.
Anything with Ben Bateman. He's one of the best. Some say he's the second best. I wonder how he feels about that deep down emotionally, being called second best. I said it on Call to Action. I saw a lot of people in the chat think it was controversial. I saw PLD get a little freaked out when I said it, but I think, when we get there, I got what it takes to take Ben Bateman. I think I can get there. I think I can get there. I'm not saying I'm ready tomorrow. I'm not saying I'm ready next week. But I think I can rank amongst that class. So I'd want to be a fly on the wall anytime someone like Ben Bateman's doing something, see what I can pick up from the greats, see what I can learn. All right. So any Ben Bateman match, Ben and Dan live event. What city is it in? You guys know? Atlanta. Yeah, that's a good one. I guess that'd be a fly in the auditorium or whatever you say.
A fly in the microphone for that one.
Yeah, maybe I'd sit on the wheel and kind of leave your little feelers around or something. I don't know, but anything with Ben, that's a competitor I admire, and I'd like to see what I could learn from him close up. Still wear my mask though, even as a fly.
Yeah, folks, wear the mask, please.
Wear your damn mask. People said I'm like an angry Tom Cruise, and it's true. I just scream at people to wear their damn mask. It haunts me when they don't.
Well, hey, you know what? At this point in time, if it comes to that, you have to scream at people. But that's just me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, yeah, it's been like 12 months. Come on.
Right?
Yeah, I rather would be a fly at this point. At least I think they're immune as being habitual crap eaters.
So before COVID hit, what did the Rager do for fun?
Oh man, it's hard to say. It's hard to recall. It's all kind of a hazy, lucid experience, kind of non-corporeal journey. Because people are trying to figure out what Rager. What is that? Is he mad all the time? Does he like to party? Does he listen to heavy metal? It's all true. I do all that shit. I'm sorry. Can the Rager curse on this show?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. The Rager was real hard keeping it PG. That's the biggest challenge he's going to face going into Schmodown.
Oh, for sure.
That's the biggest challenge.
Here's hoping there are no fines.
Yeah. No more. All right. I ain't got that much in the coffers left. What I do for fun, I watch movies. I eat spicy stuff. I meditate a little bit. I'll be honest. You gotta temper the rage once in a while. And I'm really into like hot yoga. You know what I mean? You guys get into hot yoga?
I'm familiar. I'm familiar with it. I unfortunately don't know how to do yoga, but yes, I've heard of hot yoga.
Goat yoga. You ever heard of that? Goat stands on you.
No, the only goat.
And I don't mean Dan Merle. Actually, I do. Yeah, it's like Dan Merle gets on you piggyback him around like Yoda.
Yeah,
that's a great question. Forget being a fly on the wall. I'd like to have Dan Merle, Ben Bateman, or John Roca piggybacked on, and we run around a little swamp together and learn a lesson. That's what I like to do to get ready.
Yeah, a trifecta of Yodas. Actually, I couldn't think of anybody better to study under that is currently playing.
I could be like the Grogu, right? You could put me in a little pouch and carry me around, and I poke my head out and say something cute.
Yeah, yeah, but I guess that would rule Roca out of the Mando role because he thinks that's not a Western.
Arguable. Arguable. I don't mean to get us off topic here, but so that's the point. I live a complicated life. I mix it up. I get a little nasty sometimes, so you got to make sure you keep yourself in check, keep yourself pure, stay loose on your feet. You know what I mean?
Right on. Okay, Daniel, do you have any more questions?
Let's see here.
I got one from Louis again, and he even shouts me out in this one.
Yeah, so drop that one.
Yeah, could you describe how it was when you first talked to Harloff? And did you get starstruck? Well, I don't think the Raider gets starstruck all that much from what it seems.
It's just because a lot of my synapses are fried and I have a hard time remembering names and recognizing faces. But I read Christian Harloff coming across my telephone, right, when he was calling me, and it's true. I picked up. I knew it was the man. I said hello, and he just said, "Rager." And it's true. It's true. I got a little bit of a tingle, and I'm always kind of tingling in a general sense of the word. I'm always kind of tingling everywhere I go, but just a little bit extra that night. Hearing the man himself, man at the peak of the mountain, calling little old me and saying, "Rager, is that you?" He said, "I need you. I need your help." It meant a lot. It felt good to be recognized, to be seen. That my potential was valid to the man who's brought so much great talent in. Everybody who's had a pass to Schmodown, as Christian Harloff's seen it, right? Front row seat, the best of the best, whether it's competitors or matches. So to have somebody like that vouch for you, to have somebody like that see potential in you and say, "Yeah, I want you to come over here and try this out because I think you might be able to hang with us." That was all the confirmation I needed. That's I belong here. Right? Hundreds of people send out those tapes. Hundreds of people want to make the cut. And only a sliver are going to do it. And Rager was one of the first to get the call. I can't say definitively that I was the first. I'd love to think that. I can't say I was the first, but I was one of the first wave. So it meant a lot. I'm honored. It's still surreal. I still feel like I'm in a dream. And perhaps a dream within a dream. And a dream inside that. I don't know, and I still could be. You guys could be figments of my imagination, right? I've had full blown conversations with people who ended up not existing. Happens all the time. All the time. It's super embarrassing. I had this whole relationship, and I won't get into it, but it was big. It meant a ton. It meant a ton to me, and it's all the confirmation that I need that I can do this damn thing, that I do belong here. Absolutely, it was a big deal for me. Yeah.
Right on. Okay then. If you don't, do you have any more questions, Dan? Because if not, we are getting close to the end. So
I was gonna run here and just do a little bit of numbers work while you were asking that question. You were talking about being impressed with Ben Bateman and wanting to emulate him, wanting to eventually play and defeat him. I'm looking at, from my source here, I've got some information on your stats as well as your matches.
Yeah.
And
Full disclosure, it's Frank Janish. No, I'm kidding.
yeah, I'm looking at some numbers here and just comparing them to the numbers of like well-known competitors. And I mean, you're up there already. Before you've entered the game, before you've started your studying for what is the MTS.
Yeah.
I would put you in the top maybe top 30 players, which honestly gets you pretty close to the numbers of people who are being signed to rosters rather than being drafted at all.
Yeah.
Damn, that's pretty good.
The Dirty 30. I love it. I love it.
Okay, oh, sorry. Yeah. Go ahead, Sir Rager.
Yeah.
It's your
platform. No, I appreciate you bringing it up. You know, like I said, I'm full transparency. I come from the fan leagues, but we want to leave some surprises left when I get to the big time, right? But I appreciate you saying that, because here's the thing. You know, I've won matches, right? I haven't won every match I'm in. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't won them all. Who has? Well, I guess maybe Adam Collins has, right? But not many coyotes running out there, right? It's a rare breed. I haven't won them all, and I've learned a lot of lessons along the way. Here's the thing: win or lose, I know how to play this game. I know what it takes. I know what you got to do before you get in there, and I know what you got to do once you're there. I know the strategy. I know the temperament. I know what it takes to play movie trivia. Am I getting ahead of myself? Do I sound overconfident? Do I sound cocky coming on these shows and saying, "Oh yeah, I can take Ben Bateman one day"? Of course, but here's the thing: if I don't want to get to that point, if I don't want to take Bateman one day, if I don't want to mix it up with Merle, okay, or get rowdy with Roka one day, if I'm not willing to see myself on that trajectory, then why bother, right? Why do this? So am I trying to ruffle feathers or get people upset or cause controversy by saying I can hang with them? No. But if I'm not willing to do that and accept it as a possibility, I don't believe I can do that. Why should anybody else believe the Rager deserves to be here? I know how to play the game, and I know how to have a damn good time and put on a show that's worth watching at the same time. And that's not a quality that everybody's got. Even if you're really great at the trivia part, even if you're really great getting the points, if you got a good win-loss record, even if you can do that, you got to give people the reason to sit down. There's so much you can do these days. Well, maybe not right now. There's not a lot you can do right now. But generally speaking, there's so many places you can go to bring your time and your attention, right? And I think Movie Trivia Schmodown is a terrific place to bring that time and that attention. We got to put the asses in the seats, and that's what the Rager's here to do. Of course, I'm here to have a good time. But I'm also here to prove I deserve to be here. Okay, that I've earned this right. And am I going to have a 100% win record? I would love to think that. Is it realistic? Probably not. And that's okay, because I know what it means to lose, and I know what it means to learn from a loss. And I know that I am here to do this damn thing, not just come in, have a good time, and then back to whatever I was doing before, right? Right. This means something to me. There's conviction in it. And that's why I don't have a problem saying one day I am going to mix it up with the all-time greats. And that's why I don't have a problem saying I have what it takes to beat them, to hang with them, that I deserve to be in that club, that I deserve to be in the Schmodown one day. I don't have any problem saying that. And if anybody does, why are you doing this? People take this seriously. This means a lot to people. Whether they're doing it, whether they're watching it. If you're not going to take it seriously, why are you here? This is a game, but it's not a game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, so I've got one more question before we go into our standard farewell, and this is based off what you were saying about the whole showmanship thing. As a wrestling fan, I've always loved it when bands were able to play the wrestlers down to the ring, their theme music. Now, if there was a band that you could get to do that for you, who would it be?
Oh, man. That's a great question. Well, if there's anybody, I went in the fan leagues, I came out to a Code Orange song. I don't know if you guys vibe with that. Super heavy band, love them. If you're a wrestling fan, they do The Fiend. Do The Fiend's interview. Yeah. Love
Dude,
Code
that's
Orange.
some good shit.
Love Code Orange. So I'll probably go that route. I've been following them since they were playing crappy trap houses back in the day. So if anybody could bring the thunder and the fire that the Rager conjures, it's gonna be Code Orange. Not to steal that Wyatt vibe, not to take his to take his gimmick or anything like that. But I would love for those cats play the Rager down. Absolutely.
That's pretty cool. All right, so we are coming to the end of our time with you. So we've always got 2 standard questions we ask all our guests, and I'm really curious to hear these answers. The first one, tell our fans something about the Rager that they wouldn't exactly expect to know.
The Rager had his nails painted for the first time today. What do you think?
I think you know what? I think it fits the character. I think it does.
I never did this before. This hand kind of a glittery purple, which is also my favorite color. Okay, that's something else you might not know. This hand more of a pastel pink, which I'm not my favorite, but I think they complement each other well. That's the first time I'm doing that. I've never tried that out before. Do you think I'm pulling it off?
I think it works. Yeah,
I like it.
It's good. Should I keep it up?
I'd say so. I mean, anything like that can always add unique flair to your character. I say go for it.
One thing I've always heard about nail polish is like they do like most of the fingers except for one is the second color. I don't know anything other than that about nail polish, but it's usually like 4 fingers and then one is the off color to make a little bit of a pattern within one hand, so you don't always have to show both.
Oh, I see. I feel like that's more like a street gang calling card. Are you sure you didn't hear that from a street gang?
Oh, if only you knew the stuff about French Canada, my friend.
Right? all our street gangs have painted nails here.
They don't mess around up there.
And then the final question is, if, say, the world was to end tomorrow, and you never know what's going to happen before January 20th, the world was going to end, and you were told by, say, the invaders or whatever, you have 1 week left to celebrate movies, and then after that, they are gone. Movies do not exist anymore. What are 3 movies that the Rager would watch as a final farewell to the art of cinema?
So we're saying this is an alien apocalypse. We're getting invaded.
Alien invaded. Some orange Cheeto decides to push the button on the nuclear codes. Anything like that.
Y2K.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Years too late.
Well, look, you said aliens. I'm kind of stuck on that because I'm definitely a believer. In fact, I've been abducted several times. Here's the thing. The Rager's going to think outside of the box on this one. I think people get stuck up on the movie aspect. I'm kind of stuck on the alien thing. So what I'm going to watch is Independence Day, right? Mm. I'm going to watch War of the Worlds with angry Tom Cruise telling you to wear your damn mask. And I'm going to watch Mars Attacks because those are three classic films in which we are invaded. And we, when the chips are down and everything has been reduced to rubble and ash, we collect ourselves and we cock our fists and we hit those extraterrestrial bastards in the jaw and say, "Welcome to Earth." I'm going to watch those movies so I know what to do when those nasty little moon freaks come down here, so the Rager can scare them off and say, "No, thank you. We're not interested in what you're selling because I'm going to the movie trivia schmodown, and after everything I persevered through for this past year, I ain't got time for that. So get your ass out of here. You go to Neptune or whatever, okay? I watched Tim Burton's Mars Attacks, and you're not putting Sarah Jessica Parker's head on a chihuahua ever again. Never." But that's what the Rager will watch.
To quote the one and only Macho Man Randy Savage, "I dig it." Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And with that question, it's always very different what we get from every person.
I agree.
This is a very unique take that all of your movies are just you planning to stop movies from going away forever. Yeah. And
don't take them away. You don't want to see what happens to me. I don't know. I don't know, but this world's not ready for a movie-less Rager. All right, that's the only thing that's keeping me level. I lose that, I can't keep the monster inside. You know what I mean?
Oh man, I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. I don't know what I'd do without movies, to be honest. Okay, so do you have anything else you'd like to ask our guests before we release them back into the wild there, Daniel?
I'm good.
Okay, so with that, thank you very much, Ranger, for gracing us with your presence.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Now, I'm assuming you have like an agent or something that we can contact if everyone wants to find you.
Absolutely. Most people say agent. I call him a ragent personally. I got his Twitter handle right there next to my name. I keep off social media. I find it quite toxic. I got enough going on in my life that I don't need people bothering me. So whether you're a fan, whether you're a manager, and you want to get in touch with the Ranger, what you're going to do is go ahead and follow Taylor L. Cleek at Twitter right there. You want to get to the Ranger, you got to go through him first. So go ahead and give him a follow, shoot him a message. That's the way to connect with Rick Raddus, baby, right there. Taylor L. Cleek on Twitter.
Right on. Everybody, go ahead and do that, man. This guy is he's quite the riot. Sorry, what's this about a parole officer, Rob?
Some people say agent, some people say handler,
Bounty hunter. Yeah. Okay, Daniel, where can everybody find you?
I can be found on our Facebook page at Schmoes of the North, a Schmodown fan page, where I admin over there. We do kind of community posts and also run some fantasy leagues, which I cannot wait to get into and hopefully snag the Rager for my own squad. And
be honest.
Once those get up and running, we'll be towards the actual draft and next season's start. But other than that, you can find me on Twitter at Avengers_SOTN, and that's about it. You want to do the rest?
Yeah, and you can find me over at soda_the_saxman on Instagram and Twitter. You can find me all over the place here on the Schmoes of the North YouTube channel, either on Northern Consultations like this or on Schmodown 9 in Canada, usually every week. We are kind of in a lull right now because there's no matches, but trust me, we've got some pretty cool stuff coming down the pike. You can also find me over on my other YouTube channel, Media Sweaties Network, where every Sunday I sit down with my friends Ben Rayner, who was in the chat, Sol Golvin, Jordan Anderson, and resident international treasure 50 Shades of Geek as we go over a top list of whatever item, whatever subject it is, that we are given. Today's episode was top 5 most anticipated films of 2021. Next week, it's top 5 Disney songs, so that's going to be interesting. You can also find me on Shooting the Breeze every Thursday, where we sit down with friends from the internet. Daniel was one of our guests, and we just talk for an hour about whatever we want to talk about. And also on Saturdays on Recapping the Past, where Ben and I sit down and we review series from your series that we grew up watching and loved. Right now, we're almost done Saved by the Bell, and I can't wait to be done that because the watching order of that show sucks. So thank you everyone for joining us on Northern Consultations for our very first live episode. I think it went very well. Don't you gentlemen agree?
I loved it. It was an honor to be one of your first live guests. Can I sneak one more cheap plug in?
Of course. Anything you want.
Because the Raging did just DM me, and he said he was gonna wring my turkey neck if I didn't mention that he hosts a horror movie podcast called Really Scared, and the new season begins this upcoming Thursday. And if you're a Schmodown fan, and I got a feeling if you're watching this, you might be a Schmodown fan, they're gonna be having on Video Drew herself, all one word, special guest Video Drew, to talk about Bask in a Turkish surreal horror movie. It looks like a real nasty one, Danny. So they'll be streaming live 8 p.m. Eastern time on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Of course, you can get more information at my Ragent's Twitter right there. You can get all the information for that. But
what's the YouTube channel that they're on?
Who Are They? Real Entertainment. Real spelled REEL, like a film reel. And also WAT_real podcast on Twitch. We'll be streaming live Thursday. Well, I won't, but he will. They will. I'm sorry. I'd like to think I'm part of the group. I'm just kind of an outlier. But you can check it out. It should be good, I guess.
Yeah, most definitely. Those guys over there are great people. We just had the opportunity to meet some of them. Definitely great people. So thank you very much once again, Rager, for joining us. Thank you everybody for watching us. This has been a lot of fun. And with that note, we're going to bid you adieu, and we will talk to you next time on Northern Consultations. And folks, smash cancer.